Hi, friends. I come to you today in a wolves hat. Get it? Because we're the Wilmette Wolves. Sorry, turning off my phone. So today's book is another dystopian book, mostly because I grabbed a bunch of them from the classroom. So I have them as my props. Some of you might have read this. It's called Matched by Ali Kandi. Super readable. Also part of a series, so if you like it, there are more to follow. Crossed and Reached, I believe, are the next two. So the premise of Matched is basically just this society where everything appears to be completely perfect. Everything is sort of managed by the officials. How much you eat, when you die, and who you're matched with. In other words, who you marry. And it's this exciting thing. And our lead character, Cassia, when the story opens, she is heading to her matching ceremony to find out to whom she will be wed for the rest of her life. And like many dystopian protagonists, she's all in. She believes in the system. She trusts the system. And then something very, very strange happens, like totally unheard of. Basically, there's a screen, and your match flashes up on the screen. But what happened with Cassia is that just for a moment, a picture of one person showed up and then was taken away, and then her true match, who happened totally coincidentally to be her best friend Xander, shows up on the screen. But of course, she happened also to know the person who was momentarily flashed up on the screen, and his name was Kai Markham. And all of a sudden, she's in this strange situation where she's trying to figure out how and why that happened, because mistakes typically are not made. And she starts to get to know Kai. And even though she loves Xander because they've been besties forever, obviously the actual interest starts to skew toward Kai, who kind of falls outside of all the society's perfections, and in fact is considered what's called an aberration, and isn't eligible to be matched. And the infraction that got him this label as being an aberration was not even his own. It was something his father had done. So anyway, it's just a good read. It's got that whole romantic element, and Cassia is sort of torn between the perfection of the society and her love for her friend Xander. Those are my dogs barking. Versus, oh man. Continue where I left off. So Cassia is now torn between this perfect world that the society has created for her versus this kind of growing interest in this outsider, Kai. So I'm just going to read from the very beginning to give you a sense of the writing. Oh my God. All right. Now that I've found the way to fly, which direction should I go into the night? My wings aren't white or feathered. They're green, made of green silk, which shudders in the wind and bends when I move, first in a circle, then in a line, finally in a shape of my own invention. The black behind me doesn't worry me, neither do the stars ahead. I smile at myself, at the foolishness of my imagination. People cannot fly, though before the society there were myths about those who could. I saw a painting of them once. White wings, blue sky, gold circles above their heads, eyes turned up in surprise as though they couldn't believe what the artist had painted them doing, couldn't believe that their feet didn't touch the ground. Those stories weren't true, I know that, but tonight it's easy to forget. The air train glides through the starry night so smoothly, and my heart pounds so quickly that it feels as though I could soar into the sky at any moment. What are you smiling about? Xander wonders, as I smooth the folds of my green silk dress down neat. Everything, I tell him, and it's true. I've waited so long for this, for my match banquet, where I'll see for the first time the face of the boy who will be my match. It will be the first time I hear his name. So that gives you an impression of the writing. Matched by Ali Kandi. Quick, fun read. It's about 350-ish pages, but again, you know, fast pages with lots of space between the lines and big margins. So kids have read it in the past and really liked it, so I encourage you to give it a try. Peace. Namaste.